Hello, beautiful yogis. Welcome. Let's practice together. Today, we've titled the class Yoga for a Better Back. So we'll be moving all the way that the spine can, forward and back and sideways and spiraled, all of which will just ignite our life force, and even if we're tired now, we will feel clearer and revived. So, welcome. We're going to start lying on the back. We'll be using a strap and we'll be using blocks. So come on down onto your back. Just draw the knees in towards your chest, giving them that little hug and a little rock. And then just let your feet come down to land. You can lie your legs out straight or just keep your knees bent so your feet are flat. And arrange your arms alongside your body with the palms rolled open. And we'll close the eyes and do that little check-in. How is it now? So without any judgment, here we are on our yoga mat, bringing with us the residue of the day. So let's take that deep nose inhalation. Pausing at the top as though blowing away the day. Pursed lips, exhale. And repeating that, breathing in through the nose. So this is probably the biggest breath you've done today. That little hold and blow the breath away. So we have 3 more of these. Drawing it in, filling up to fullness. Really make it that big breath, the little hold, and the very active exhalation. Blowing it away until there's no breath left. And notice how the belly automatically contracts. You might even find your sacrum flattening into the mat to squeeze your breath out. And we've got 1 more time. Good. As your breath completes itself, bring the right knee, hold it with both hands, and slide your left leg actively straight out on the mat. And please begin to circle the right foot in a nice, big, circling, rolling ankle, loose and easy. And then reversing that circling. Letting your breath slow down. So that now as we let the right foot just hang and we're still holding the right knee, activate your left leg, which is long and straight, and breathe it upwards on inhale. Left leg rises, maybe to vertical all the way, and exhale, lower your left leg down to the mat. Establishing now the breath and the movement in sync. Leg rises and lowers. One more time. And so just as we are smoothening the breathing, we're smoothening this movement as well to let it sync up with the breathing. This time we inhale the left leg to the vertical place, and then as we exhale, just bend the left knee and bring the hands around the left knee, squeeze it in while the right foot lands on the mat. Great, and slide the right leg straight, activated, push through the heel, and then the very relaxed left foot makes its circling action. And reverse that. Simple, arriving, awarenessing. And we let the Left foot come to rest as we activate the right leg, inhaling it up. So we want to take it slowly up and slowly down, so the leg is not hurtling through space. It has this modulated pace in sync with the breath, rising and lowering. One more time, the right leg lifts and lowers all the way. Two, finally inhale the right leg up to vertical. Now bending the knee, one hand on each knee, draw both of them close to the body, and then push them both away on the inhalation, and draw them both close again, flattening the low back as we exhale for one, and again. Maybe on number 2 we'll curl up, head up towards the knees, lie the head back down as the knees push away, and the final one, maybe a little curl up, exhale. Great. Feet land, head relaxes back as we now let the arms come to rest next to the hips, palms down. And bring now your right arm and left leg away from each other on the inhale. Right arm overhead, left leg extends. Exhale, bring them back to the starting place. And then the other side, left arm and right leg extend. Stretch long across the diagonal line of the body and bring it back on the exhale. First side again, right arm, left leg, extend. So we're just awakening the length now. A little later we'll get deeper into the core across the body. Left arm, right leg, extend. And return. And one last time for each side. Letting your breath shape the moving. Feeling all the little stiffnesses and clinkety-clonks through the joints and coming back. Lovely. Good. So we've got the feet flat, the knees are bent, palms are flat. Just lift and tuck your tail. And now the tail lightly tucked. Press hands and feet down. Inhale your hips off the mat. Coming up. And lowering down, so little bridge pose, moving with breath, lifting up and lowering back down. Slowing the breath down and adding little pauses at the top of the breath or at the top of the pose. Then lower back down with the tucked tail and the smooth exhalation, and don't let your toes peel up, keep them pressing down. And one more this way, feet press down, hips rise. A little holding moment and down we come. Same action, adding both arms to lift up with the hips, breathing in. Knees stay parallel, feet are grounded, arms are reaching high, little pause. Exhale, return. The spine coming back to the mat, little touchdown, and we rise again. Grounded feet and rising hips and arms. Little full stretch holding. Exhale, return. Can you smooth out the moving and the breathing? One more this way. Great. So now let your palms flatten into the mat. Take your feet off the mat so they're hanging near the buttocks. Inhale, palms keep pressing down. Inhale your both legs up towards straight and flex your feet. And then exhale, bending the knees. We have 2 more like this, slow extending to straighten the legs. Exhale, return. Remembering that little hold moment at the full breath. Terrific. Great. So now we let the feet just hang, but widen the arms out so they're now palms up and level with the shoulders for the inhale. And your knees drop towards the left as your head rolls right. On exhale, we're not going all the way. Inhale back. Exhale, knees, hips to the right as we look left. And inhale back. Good, and stay with this, nice and slow. Perhaps a little further on second round. And we're coming to the third round, perhaps even a little further. So listening to your body, especially if you haven't done yoga for a little bit, take it easy. Nice, and then we bring the legs back up, moving your hands now to hold your head. Knees are together, feet are off the floor, and now we're crossing the midline for little curl-ups. Begin with the breath in. Exhale, come up with your head. Bring your right elbow towards your left knee. Your right leg extends. Bring it back, head down, inhale, and across we come. Exhale. And so we're stretching the limbs, working the core. The real target throughout is our spinal column and all the muscles in the back, which often are where we carry our burdens in a metaphoric way. We carry our stress and we get backache and shoulder aches. And so these movements, especially these opening ones, are so great. To bring the prana, to bring the life force back. Are you continuing side to siding? Coming to our last set. Letting your head come to rest and your feet come to the mat. And after land, feeling the landing moment, slide your legs to straight, close together, flexed feet. Begin to walk now your long straight legs towards the left, little heel steps, and then your upper body also towards the left, the arms overhead, forming a crescent moon shape. Try to keep your right shoulder on the mat. And now we're opening into the right ribs. So feel your deep breaths penetrate, separating the ribs. As the lungs fill, as they empty. The vigor in the stretch stays. Our attention is on the feeling of the slow, deep breaths. Opening into our first side bend. Nice, everyone. Let's come back to center. You can give the arms a rest, bring them down, walk your legs through center, and continue on till your long straight legs are towards the right off the mat, most likely, upper body doing the same action, keeping the left upper back on the mat, and feeling the opening now along your left flank and how the breath can amplify that. Lovely slow breaths here. The joy of coming home to the body when we have been, for most of us, most of the day, in our thoughts. One more lovely deep breath through that left flank. And as the breath completes itself, make your way back to the center line and coming back onto the middle of the mat. Take a little moment, it's a little mini Shavasana. So palms up, feet at rest. And let your breath rise from deep in your low belly. Feel your ribs expand and feel your breath crest at the top. And the lovely exhalation, slow, low, easy. 2 more breaths this way. Regulating the breath brings us deeper into the body, deeper into here and now. And it's in the here and now that these little realizations might arise. Lovely end of breath. Bend the knees so your feet are flat. And please reach now for your strap. And we'll bring the left foot into the strap and the leg into the vertical place, straight up. Right leg slides straight on the mat. And we meet any tightness that might be there in that left leg, back of the leg, especially back of the knee, those hamstring muscles. Low and slow breaths, 3 cycles. No matter how interesting the day, how engaged we might have been, to come home to the quietude of the breath and the feelings in the body is always really a lovely thing. Strap now wrapped around your left hand, right arm besides your head, right side on the ground, and vigorous. Take your left leg out to the left. Finding where you can be, feel free to use a block to rest on or just hold the leg with your strap. And we're here for the 3 regulated cycles of breath. Little pauses at the turnaround moment. It's not a breath retention. We're in the flow of breath. Low and slow for 1 more cycle. Nice, are you ready? We're bringing the leg back up. And that right hand is ready there to grab the strap, to wrap it around the hand, to secure it. Make sure you got space to go now across your body and bring your left leg to the right side. And now we can really rest the leg that's on the floor, the right leg, no longer vigorously stiff, just relaxed. and the easy breathing. And any sense that this feels good, let it deeply in. Great. The next breath would bring the leg back up. And place now your right foot in, left leg on the mat and vigorous. Here is the right leg. Might feel a little different. Most of us have asymmetry through the body. One dominant leg, dominant hand, dominant mind, which we are now seducing out of its busyness into the feeling of the body. Two more breaths. At the completion of this exhalation, strap wraps around right hand. Secure it. Take your leg out to the right. That's it. And leave the upper body flat. There we go. Looking good. And yeah. Terrific. Feeling all that's here. And then this is the inhale that brings the right leg up into the ready left hand. Strap wraps, secures it, and over we come, right leg to the left. Now roll onto that left hip. Sometimes you hear a little pop in the spine. It feels quite satisfying, letting in everything that feels good. Beautiful, strong in the core. Let's bring your leg up. And we'll put both into the strap, close together. And as you push through both heels with your bunion bones connecting, see if you could draw the legs just a little bit closer to the body. So if your legs begin to quiver or hurt, that's a little signal saying, enough already, thank you. Back off a bit. So the exhale is that releasing, is when the extra little pull might give you a deeper stretch on exhale. Beautiful. So releasing the strap a little bit, let it slip through your hands as we widen the legs. Bring them into straddle, making sure that your sacrum stays on the mat. And we've just got the wide legs, wide straight legs, ease in shoulders. 3 low and slow breaths, marking the turnaround moments. When you meet the exhalation, pull the strap, bring the legs back together, and bring your strap off the feet and hug your knees in. Good. And now let's come on over to hands and knees. And the blocks available. Great, so as we transition here, we are coming now into cow-cat. Inhaling, heart lifts. Exhale, tail tucks, and we round under, lowering the chin. Inhaling into the cow shape and rounding under. One more time this way. From the neutral back, straighten the right leg, bringing the ball of the foot into the mat. Invigorate that leg. Have your hips level. We're going to take a little twist now to the left. So the left arm out to the left and rotate your ribs. And if available, looking up to that hand up there. Catch the exhale. Everything stays, but look down to the hand down there. Turn the head with breath. One more. Great. Lower the hand and lower the knee. As we now take second side, left leg straight behind, pushing that foot into the mat and leveling out your hips, and we twist to the right. Looking good, everyone. Doing great. Nice. Ribs turn, looking up. Everything stays as we look down. Riding the exhale. Riding the inhale to look up. Exhale, looking down. One more time. Beautiful. And now we'll bring the hand and the knee down. Good. All right, so walk the knees back a little bit, and this is just to be able to stay on the mat as we now bring the arms wide, so to the corners of the mat, just deep into the shoulders, and bring your chest or your forehead down into a puppy dog shape. So please look after any injured shoulders. And we are meeting the upper back now, as well as the underarms. Bring your breath to those places. Great. Walk your hands back to all fours. And we'll come into that cross-body balance, where we bring the right leg this time parallel to the mat, toes pointing down, left arm forward. Find your balance. A little momentary imbalance that we navigate, letting the breath stabilize everything. Feel free to keep your back leg straight or to bend the knee. And you might even bring that left hand to catch your right foot behind, maybe not available for everyone, and just kicking up any amount that feels good, opening the left chest. Next inhale, straighten out, and exhale, hand and knee return to the mat. Nice. Are you ready? Yeah, a little easing of the wrist is always a good thing. Left leg is parallel. Level hips as the right arm reaches forward. We navigate the balance through the breath. To know it's fine to stay here or to bend the back knee and amplify the back bend with a little kicking up. Lovely. Let go of the foot, straighten out and return down to earth. Lovely. Let's widen the knees, toes together, little child's pose, sitting back. Support your brow with either your hands or on the mat or a block. And starting to stretch deeply into the low back, bringing compression to the knees and the quads, and breathing into all the areas that you can reach. Lovely. Back to all fours. This time we'll use the blocks if you've got blocks. And let's begin this time with the left leg lifted up behind on the inhale. Lift your heart. Exhale, knee to nose. As we did. On the third one, the left foot steps through, positioning it between and forward of your blocks. Press the foot down and inhale your arms overhead. Stretch tall. And the big circling arms down to your sides. Holding steady now as we bring the right arm forward next to the head and side bend to the left. So here we go again, opening the side body as we did in the little crescent moon earlier. Breathing into the areas. On the next breath, bring that left arm up, come back to the vertical. Let's bring the hands into prayer pose, folding the fingers in other than the index finger. It's a steeple pose. And send that steeple straight up the midline. Holding steady. One more deep breath in. Reach forward, separate the hands, bringing them back to the blocks. Draw the hips back and straighten the front leg. Left leg straight. Breathe slow and low. And from here, our twist is level with the shoulder to the left. Left arm goes out to the left and turn the ribs. So now that left leg is very straight, sitting bone, pressing downer. Exhale, return the hand to the block and draw the left leg back. Nice. Our adventure goes on to the right side. Raise the leg up, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Two more. That third one, we step the foot. Press it down, raise the arms on, inhale. Reach really tall, stabilize, and then let the arms lower to the sides. This time it's the left arm forward, nice to vertical, side bend towards the right. Good, breathe here. So we hold steady. Are you ready? The inhale brings us to vertical. Steeple hand position. Straight up. So we're going to lengthen now that right side. So both sides feel long. Breathe deep. The next exhale, forward we go, placing the hands back onto the blocks, and we draw the hips back. Right leg straight, deep, slow breathing. Great, ready to twist to the right, level with the shoulder, out goes the arm, open the wide arms, the chest to the right. Beautiful, and coming back. Great, as we draw the leg back, take the blocks to the side for the downward dog. I see the kitty. Oh, and I see the puppy. I see the kitty. Hello, kitty. And up we come. Downward facing dog. And with the parallel feet, the opening of the shoulders, the chest, relaxed face and head. We lift and lower the heels with the breath. One more. Lowering the heels on exhale, and then bring the knees down to the mat and curl the toes. Have your knees really close together. Right arm out to the right, open wide, and then we're going to thread through behind the left to lower to the upper arm. So the upper back is revolving now. And then either use your left hand to protect your head and neck. If that feels comfy and safe, then use your left arm to pull your right arm longer. Accentuating, amplifying that upper right back sensation. And the deep, slow breathing. One more breath. Nice. We'll undo. Before we do second side, we're coming back to downward dog. So adjust your hands a little forward, curl the toes, and come on out for 3 conscious, slow, low breaths. Lovely. On the exhalation, the knees come down, releasing the toes, and the left arm out to the left. Only to thread through all the way to the upper arm, and come on down. And see which way that your right hand will be, either as a support or as a leveraging. And coming back out to all fours. Great. Let's bring the blocks back. Blocks under the hands. Are you ready? It's the right leg. This time bring it up. Lift the knee and the heart. Exhale, step the foot to the front. And this time we're going to straighten the back leg. So we get a lovely lunge here with a long straight spine and the strong back leg. And we're going to add a twist to the right. Left hand stays on the block. Upper body rotates to the right. This time the arm can go to the zenith point, as much as your shoulder allows. On exhale, bring the hand back down. Two options here: to bring your back knee down or to keep the legs straight but step that left foot an inch or two forward and straighten your front leg. So we'll all straighten the front leg. Breathing now into pyramid legs. And we're going to add a twist again to the right. So try to keep your front leg straight, right leg straight. Rotate the trunk as much as you can. So these are the big moves for the spine and the back muscles that bring resilience, strength, flexibility. Lovely, everyone. Lower back down the hand and back knee. And we go through fours to the second side of this sequence. Left knee lifts up behind. Heart lifting, and step the foot through. Back leg straightens. And so we stay here in this lunge with the strong legs at work. So as we age, our legs do lose muscle strength, and so these are good strengthening to try to keep doing. And we now add the twist to the left. Arm soaring high, but it's mostly about the ribs turning. And on the exhale, the hand comes back down. And either the back knee could come down or step a little closer with your right foot. So we'll all straighten the left leg and try to keep the flat back and the low, slow breathing. And we come now to the twist this way over the straight left leg. And this is a big pose. Lovely rotation. Good. Down comes the hand, down comes the back knee. And we step the knees down, remove the blocks, and take a downward facing dog. Anytime we're in a downward dog and you're choosing to have a little child's pose moment, please give yourself permission to do that. Low, slow breaths in downward dog. As we now walk the feet forward into forward bending, standing, forward bending, and the hands to shin bones, flat back, breathe in, little holding. Exhale, fold closer to your legs. You repeat that same breath halfway up, flat back, holding the full breath, and then exhale, fold into a deeper forward bend. And we'll do it one more time. Inhale, flat back, feeling that length, looking good, everyone. And exhale, fold. This inhale, we're coming all the way up. Now know that you could walk up your legs or use your spinal muscles. Come on up and raise your arms overhead. And lower the arms alongside. Stand a moment, feeling all of this arriving at a new place. Good, and so your feet are parallel and not too wide, just hips width or slightly closer. This is chair pose, both arms inhale forward and almost up, sitting down on your exhale, strong in your cores, bending your knees, lowering your sit bones, and then inhale, straighten the legs and raise the arms up. And exhale, sit down to chair. So now we're starting to engage leg muscles, strength. Inhale, straightening. And sitting down, chair pose. One more time. Inhale, straight. Exhale, chair pose. Stay here for inhalation. Forward bend on exhalation. Hands to shins. Halfway up, breathe in. And exhale your way to downward dog. Making a wide downward dog to come to plank on inhale and back to dog on exhale. If that's difficult for you, please be on your knees, doing 2 or 3 cow-cat or plank to dog. Good. The next one, from plank, we're coming all the way down to Sphinx pose. So coming down slow. And slide your arms forward for Sphinx, where we'll slow the breath down again. Bringing it low and slow. I was listening to a podcast where a group had been to Egypt, to the Sphinx, and they had the opportunity to sit as a group between the front paws. How about that? So, a very potent power spot on our planet, the Sphinx. Orion overhead, it was beautifully and amazingly placed there. Sphinx. Lovely. Now we're going to exhale, slide the hands back to the cobra position. And inhale, lift your chest. So we've got a little bit of support of the hands, the legs very straight and active with 3 breaths. One more big breath in, little hold, and the resting moment on the palms, not on the palms, on your piled up hands, and relax your back completely. Great, so this time, let's bend the right knee and see if the right hand could grab the foot or ankle. You can also bring a strap around This is going to activate into your right quad. Can you feel that as we draw the heel in? And give that a couple of breaths. Great. So you're either reaching for the foot or holding it. Send your left arm forward and let that hand prop up your upper body. Pulling your right foot back now. To stay here a few breaths, or maybe lift your left arm and your left leg up. And the 3 breaths will be here. Oh, yes. Exhale, make a pillow. Land and release and relax completely. Second side, left knee bending. So doing what you can if you have knee issues, injuries. We're going to now draw the heel in close to your left buttock. So that left quads stretch equally. Great. Start to pull your left foot back and your right arm forward, which you can press the hand down to lift your chest a bit. Or you might choose to lift your right leg and your right arm up and pull that left foot, left shoulder draws back for the 3 breaths. Well done, everyone. As you complete, make a pillow and let go to rest. Great, we've one more here. So arms reach back, both of them. Inhale, raise your chest up. Exhale your legs for the 3 breaths here. Next exhalation, curl your toes, bring your hands to press down, using your knees if you like, or straight to plank with a strong core. You're going to dip back, seat to heels, so ease your back. You can stay here or come to downward dog. Good. Please walk your feet forward. Standing forward bend. Halfway up, breath in. Fold, breath out. Now bend your knees deeply, sink your seat. Keep your legs like that and raise your upper arms for chair pose. 3 breaths. Strong legs, just one more breath. The next inhale will straighten up, get really long, and lower the arms. And feel this moment. Lovely. We're going to take a wide stance now. You can bring a block along and place it in the middle. Good. So it's a moderately wide stance, and it's upper body twist. So first get wide breathing in, and your right hand to the block as the left arm rises. Inhale back up. Exhale, go the other way. Arm comes down, hand to the block, and inhale up. Great. So we can slow it down with the breathing. Good. Last one. And all the way up. Lovely. Exhale right down the middle, bringing both hands to the blocks. And move that block, one block, forward and hips back. Slowing down the breathing in this wide-legged forward stretch. We're having a little downpour here on the yoga roof. Might be light hail. We've had all kinds of little flurries today. Dry, sunny, and then a squall, and then some hail, and then another shower. You could sit at the window all day and watch the weather change. Lovely. Let's pull the block back under the face. Anchor the feet, hands to hips. Inhale, come to upright. And here we are. Ready now for triangle pose. So turn out your right leg, left foot away. Good. And the wide arms, rooted feet, Trikonasana. Come on in. Lovely, strong legs, open heart. Directly over the turned out leg, looking good. Two more breaths. And now the rooted feet to inhale back up and relax your arms and set the legs for side two. Rooting down, reaching wide and tall for the inhale. And over we go, Trikonasana. Such a great pose for the spine and the low back. Fill your body with your breathing. Press the feet down and inhale your way back up. Relax the arms, and now let's walk the feet together. Good, so the feet are fairly close together, getting steady. And we'll do the breath of joy. That's 3 sniffs in and a mouth exhale with movement. We're 2 to go. one more. All the way up, legs stay straight, and circle the arms so that they can clasp behind your back. Slightly unlock your knees, keep your feet together, and now it's like a little cobra. So as the arms reach back, I'm just going to turn on the sides, you don't need to change, just to let you see that it is like a cobra. Heart lifting, shoulders back, breathing into the chest. It's fine to keep your chin hanging low. Nice. To come out, release your hands and bring them forward all the way to vertical, and exhale your arms alongside. Great. Please come to a kneeling position for camel pose. Blocks can be useful here. Have them high next to your feet, but we're going in slowly to camel stage 1, where we just have the hands at the sacrum. Elbows back, heart lifting, much like we did standing. And now we're just going to arch the upper back. No, upper back. Maybe open the throat. Your hands supporting the low back. And feel and open through the chest. Breathing deep. Lovely. On the exhale, bring your upper body back and release your arms. It's a little inhale, and squeeze your buttocks and your fists on exhale. Little squeeze of buttocks and fists and release. Great. Little checking in if you're going to do it again for either the same hands on sacrum or reaching back further. So you can also turn your toes under if you have large feet. They're hardly easier to reach. So here we go, hands supported on sacrum, and maybe staying here or reaching hands to heels or blocks. So now we're getting a lovely spreading across the chest. Your chin can stay tucked, or you can let your head hang back, so careful of your neck. And it's just a glorious opening pose. Beautiful opening stretch. If you can, 2 more breaths. To come up, bring your hands back to the sacrum to support your coming back up. Good. And now to make sure the back stays safe, we're coming forward, but you can bring your hands and walk down your quads to slow down the forward bend. Hands come to the mat, and now we can safely come onto the back and hug the knees in. All the way down to rest the spine, to counter pose with knees to chest. Nice. We're going to have the elevated legs position now, so you can do that either against the wall if you have one handy, or bring your block under the sacrum. Flat block under the sacrum, tuck the shoulders and arms, and then bring your legs to hang in the air. And they're not vigorous, they're not stiff, they're just hanging with loose knees and joints in the toes and ankles. inward attention in this reversal of gravity as it expresses itself through our body. Breathing slows down to low and slow. Now beginning to lengthen the exhalation so that it lasts longer than the in. Three more cycles in this shape of your long exhale. Great. Let the knees bend, the feet come down. Move the block. And lower your hips to the mat. And setting up now for our concluding twist. So the hips a little right of center, the right leg over the left, and the wide arms to let the body come into this final twist. We've done lots of them today. The breath becomes apparent, it grabs our attention. Still the long exhale. One more. Nice and smooth. Bringing the knees up. Make your way to the second side. First the hips moving a little left of center, so the left leg can wrap around the right without any gap. Over goes the low body, and the upper body just holds the stability. Relaxed arms and shoulders. Be taken by your breath. Breath slows down. To this completing long exhalation that goes on forever. And at its completion, we'll make our way back and rearrange for final relaxation along the midline of your body in the middle of the mat with the props that you like. To come into a restful place where there's nothing needed. But to drop deep. To know that you can stay as you are, or to let your breath become back into awareness as it deepens, as you gently move fingers and toes to return body to this time and space. A little moment on your right side is lovely for the gratitude experience. Let yourself really feel gratitude. The great attractor, gratitude. Attractor of all things to be grateful for. Please come up to sit. Pose Grateful to practice with you, beautiful yogis. Namaste.